Life is fascinating, you know that? I was going to give my talk from the shed, but I went out there this morning and it was no good. I froze, mentally, physically. I didn't know what I wanted to say. I was trying too hard, thinking about things, letting thoughts get in the way, which is the exact opposite of what the video is expressing, which really resonates with me, which is why I wanted to present it. It's a video about possibility. It's not necessarily always the case. There's a lot more failure than what's shown in that video. But I do want to present an opportunity for a better way to approach life. So now I'm out here in my driveway with the basketball in my hands, moving. My thoughts are flowing. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to speak to a phone. And that's the whole point of what I was trying to say today. It didn't come out the way I wanted it to. The example wasn't as I intended, but it was an example that came, and that's the one I want to share. So now I'm free to be me, free to move, a little better. Soon to be a lot better once I get going, but this is me.
And in that moment, something clicked, and I knew that they had to become pure consciousness, that they had to get beyond their body, get beyond their environment, and get beyond time. Because when you become pure consciousness, and we have all the biological and neurological machinery to do this, by the way, you come preloaded with everything you need. You don't need anything else. That when you forget about yourself, when you become nobody, no one, no thing, nowhere, no time, and you become pure consciousness, a thought impossibility. The moment you are consciousness, now you have dominion over your body. Now you can change something in your environment, and now you can create some future times. And when that happened, we saw their hearts get highly coherent, we saw their brains get highly coherent, and it's kind of an irony. If you want to change something about your body, you gotta forget about your body. You want to change something, problem in your life, you gotta forget about your life. You want to create some future time, you have to forget about time. You have to become no face, no gender, no profession. You have to become pure consciousness. And we saw it over and over again. They just went through the process of observing their thoughts and becoming conscious of their unconscious thoughts because they're no longer being distracted by their environment. Pay attention to their behaviors and their actions and look at the body as the mind and the emotions and master that. We started seeing people having enormous amounts of energy that were stored in their body travel up through their heart and into their brain, and we captured people with a full-on Kundalini experience, full-on ecstasy in their brain. And they were common people just like you. And boy, I tell you what, after that experience, they could care less about their checking account. They could care less about their problems. The moment you become pure consciousness, you forget about yourself. That's my definition of creation. The moment that happens, the brain goes, thank God he's out of the way. Now I can get organized again. The operator is finally gone for a few minutes. All of the adversity in our life is to initiate us into greatness. It's to call out something greater in us. We live by the hormones of stress. We will always try to force the outcome. We'll always try to push and make it happen because we are matter trying to change matter. The brain naturally gets organized. The hormones of stress, when we are under the gun of the fight or flight nervous system, the brain and the heart move out of rhythm. It's like a group of people playing the drums all at the same time with no rhythm. It's noise. So then to change then is to be greater than your environment, to be greater than the conditions in your world, to be greater than the circumstances in your life. And every great person in history knew this, whether it was William Wallace or Mahatma Gandhi or Joan of Arc or Martin Luther King, the Wright brothers, to have a vision, an idea, a dream. You and I have been hypnotized and conditioned into believing that we need a reason for joy, that we need a reason to give thanks, we need a reason to feel inspired. That's the old model of reality, of Newtonian physics, of cause and effect. How do you become supernatural? You got to start doing what's unnatural. When there's a crisis and everybody is in lack, that's the time to give. When everybody else is in fear, that's the time to demonstrate courage. When everybody else is hostile and judging, that's the time to show compassion. And if we can continuously do over and over again what is so unnatural, sooner or later will become supernatural.